Welcome students. So today again we are back with our chapter number 11, human body and different organ systems. We are going to study in this chapter. So yesterday we have started first thing about the respiration. We have seen three types of respiration are going on in everyone's body. What are the three steps that are involved in respiration? External respiration, internal respiration and cellular respiration. In external respiration, we have seen that whatever gases exchange, we are taking in air, giving out air. That was just simple external respiration. And in internal part, we all know that this air enter our lungs. In the lungs, blood absorbs oxygen from the air and gives out carbon dioxide into the air, and blood becomes purified, that is oxygenated blood, and carbon dioxide possessing air we give out, exhale. So external respiration, internal respiration, and third one, cellular respiration. Inside every cell, each and every cell, we know cell organelles are there. So mitochondria is the cell organelle that utilizes the oxygen in this air that the blood is bringing towards each and every cell, and along with glucose and all, we have written the equation for respiration yesterday, very important equation that is taking place during cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, what equation takes place in every cell? Just write down glucose C6H12O6. This is glucose. It is mixing with oxygen. It mixes with oxygen, and in return, carbon dioxide is released. For balancing, and write down the 6 and 6 CO2 plus 6, some amount of moisture is also released, H2O. Moisture means water droplets. When we exhale, moisture is also released along with carbon dioxide, and energy is released. Energy is produced, that is released in the form of ATP molecule. ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate. That is the full form of ATP. So energy, in which form it is released? ATP. And at a time, with one glucose molecule, 38 ATP molecules are released at a time. So that much energy we are gaining. So if we are feeling very dull or dizzy, we are given glucose water, sugar water. It produces energy and we feel energetic with the help of this equation. So this actually happens in every cell of our body, and we gains energy as a whole. Inside the cell, we all know mitochondria is the cell organelle where this reaction takes place, producing adenosine triphosphate molecule, giving us energy. Okay. Now, today we are moving up to the complete respiratory system. So, respiratory system involves nose and lungs are the main organs, but certain other organs are also a part of respiratory system. Respiratory system is one organ system in our body, just like the digestive system, circulatory system, or excretory system. Just like other organ systems, this is the first organ system in our body that we are going to study in this chapter. Okay. That is the respiratory system. The structure you can understand from this figure. Just observe, you have to draw this figure, everyone, in your copy. So you can see here what all parts are involved in respiration. First of all, the nose for intaking of air. Respiratory system and respiration begins with the nose. Okay, just digestive system you all know begins with your mouth. Similarly, respiratory system starts with the nose. Air is filtered with the help of air in the nose as well as certain amount of mucus. Some moist substance inside your nose you must have felt or put your fingers into nose. Many children do that, and that's why you know that inside your nose there are air and there is some moisture inside, moist material that is called as mucus. So inside the nose we have air, we have mucus. What is the function? What is this hair and mucus doing? Hair and mucus क्या कर रहे हैं नाक के अंदर? Are they unnecessary? Nothing is unnecessary in our body. Hair and mucus, what are they doing? They are doing the work of filtering the air. There is a lot of dust, particles, and impurities in the air that we breathe. So, this hair and mucus are helping in filtration. And after filtering, this little bit filtered air enters the nasal cavity. From that nasal cavity, it is going to go into the windpipe. As food we eat from the mouth and it goes into our food pipe. Food pipe का another name क्या है? Esophagus. Similarly, whatever air that we take in from the nose, it is filtered, it enters the nasal cavity. And from there, it is going to go into the windpipe. So first of all, pharynx, we are going to see what is pharynx. What is pharynx? Food pipe and windpipe originate in the pharynx. कभी-कभी आपको while eating ठसका जैसे लग जाता है, you start coughing. This happens because whatever you have eaten sometimes by accident goes into the windpipe. Windpipe and food pipe starts together here, side by side. So accidentally, if you are talking while eating, mostly this thing happens. Food accidentally goes into the windpipe and then you feel uneasy and you cough, isn't it? So you can see pharynx is the place where food pipe and windpipe both originate. That is the beginning of food pipe and windpipe. And windpipe is present in front of the food pipe. Windpipe is present in front of the food pipe and food pipe is behind it. Okay. पहले कौन सा पाइप है? विंड पाइप. उसके पीछे रहेगा फूड पाइप. Okay. There is a lid at the beginning of wind pipe. Lid means ढक्कन होता है बर्तन के ऊपर. Similarly, there is a flap of skin only that works like a lid over the windpipe. This lid closes the windpipe during passing of the food. When food is passing, what happens? This lid gets covered so that accidentally it does not enter the windpipe and you don't cough. But if you are talking and eating together, this thing happens. This lid closes the windpipe during passing of food into food pipe and thereby normally prevents the entry of food into this windpipe. Windpipe के अंदर खाना नहीं जाने के लिए एक lid है वहां पे, स्किन का ही फ्लैप है, ओके. And otherwise windpipe remains open when we are not eating and simply breathing. That time this opening is open and whatever air we are breathing, constantly we are breathing, that time that air can enter into the windpipe. Hence air passes through this pharynx into the windpipe. Pharynx में से इस windpipe के अंदर air की entry हो गई. Okay. How is the air? Oxygenated, because from outside we are taking. Inside our body, how is the air? Full of carbon dioxide, because all the processes are going on in our bodies that releases as a byproduct carbon dioxide and other waste. So carbon dioxide we want to remove out of our body. We don't need it. And then also we love to drink the cold drinks. कोल्ड ड्रिंक में क्या रहता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से उसको बहुत ज्यादा एक्सोटिक बना के टेस्टी बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बट दैट इज नॉट एट ऑल गुड फॉर योर हेल्थ बिकॉज इट इज फुल ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. सो देयर द वर्क ऑफ pharynx is over. Closing lid, opening lid. Okay. Next we move on to the windpipe. From nasal cavity, air filtered entered the pharynx, that is the windpipe. After that windpipe में क्या हो रहा है? Windpipe is swollen, थोड़ा सा फुला हुआ. On the beginning due to sound box. Sound box है यहाँ पे boys का दिखता है, what that Adam's apple जिसको बोलते हैं, girls का नहीं दिखता. Okay. That windpipe is swollen at the beginning due to this sound box. Air का ही control करके हम sound निकालते हैं, different sounds from our mouth we can make and we make our language, isn't it? Windpipe bifurcate into the throat. This windpipe you can see going down, and from beside this is the food pipe that we are not studying now. So don't worry about that. We are thinking about only this windpipe. This is little swollen. Swollen क्यों है? Because there is the voice box to control the air and आवाज ऊपर नीचे करने में help हो रहा है. Then through this it is going down and this is bifurcating. Windpipe यहाँ पे bifurcate हो गया, two parts में divide. Branching हो गया उसका, that is called as bifurcating into the throat. One branch enters the right lung. This is here. If I stand like this is my right side, left side. So this is the right lung and this is the left lung. Okay. So one pipe is entering the right lung and another branch is entering the left lung. That way you can see that wind is going to pass through these two pipes and reaching the lungs that we have taken from the nasal cavity. After that, air entered the lungs. In the lungs, what is going to happen? Very important organ in our respiratory system. Lungs damage हो जाए तो can we survive? Not possible. Lungs are very important part. There what is going to happen? A lung is present on either side of the heart in thoracic cavity in the chest part. And this is the abdominal part, the below one. So in the chest part, there are two lungs. One is the right lung, one is the left lung. And through branching of the windpipe, air is entering into them. Maximum area of this thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity means chest cavity is occupied by these two lungs. Okay, these lungs are covered by skeletal system. You all have studied last year. Into the rib cage to protect them. Rib cage होता है complete 12.5 bones का cage जैसा. Inside them, these lungs are well protected, and also they cover the maximum part of the heart also. Heart is also present in the chest cavity. Heart hai, okay, near the center. So each lung has double layered cover. How are the lungs? They have double layered cover. Outer part is double layered like this. Got it? 2 layered cover, and it is called as pleura. What is this double layer called as? Pleura. One more labeling you got. Pleura. Okay. Lungs are elastic like a sponge. It is not hard like your bones. They are elastic like any sponge. Lungs are made up of many small compartments are there. Many small compartments inside the lungs are present in both the lungs. Okay. And lungs are made up of many small compartments, which we call it as alveoli. छोटे छोटे कंपार्टमेंट्स है लंग्स के अंदर, उनको क्या बोलते हैं? alveoli. Got it? Rich network of capillaries, blood capillaries. Capillaries means small tubes, very fine tubes of blood are present in the lungs. Is present in each of the alveoli. एक एक कंपार्टमेंट के अंदर बहुत फाइन नेटवर्क है. किसका? Blood capillaries का. Blood is flowing through them. Okay. And walls of alveoli and capillaries are extremely thin. एकदम पतला thin layer of skin, so that air or gases can exchange through that very thin layer of skin very easily. So from the blood, carbon dioxide is given out, and from air, oxygen is sucked into the blood. Okay, exchange of gases can take place. इसलिए एकदम thin layer of skin is there to the blood capillaries that are present inside the alveoli. Gases exchange can easily take place across thin walls of this alveoli. As large number of alveoli is present in every lung, larger surface is available for gases exchange. जितने ज्यादा कंपार्टमेंट्स alveoli, उतना ज्यादा gases exchange. So उतना ज्यादा हमारा ब्लड ऑक्सीजनेट होगा, प्यूरिफाई होगा, उतना ज्यादा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर, that we don't need. So exchange of gases is a very important part of our respiratory process. Exchange of gases in lungs is the next part that we are going to study now. Gases exchange occurs continuously while blood is circulating around these alveoli. Blood is moving in their fine capillaries and gases exchange taking place. And iron containing protein hemoglobin, blood के अंदर hemoglobin, you know that RBC के ऊपर छोटा hemoglobin molecule is present in the RBCs of the blood. What are RBCs? Red blood cells that gives red color to your blood. Okay. Another cells in your blood are WBC, white blood cell. They help in fighting with the foreign body. And third cell in your blood, platelets. Anybody having dengue? डेंगू में प्लेटलेट कम हो गया, सुना है आपने? प्लेटलेट क्या है? ब्लड के अंदर एक और थर्ड टाइप का सेल. So what is blood actually? Straw colored plasma. Blood inside your blood capillaries or blood veins. Blood is just a fluid plasma जो straw color, pale yellow color का, उसके अंदर होते हैं RBC, and inside that there are many WBCs, as well as the third thing that is present inside the blood are the platelets. So RBC is carrying hemoglobin with iron that gives you energy and non-anemic condition. Hemoglobin कम है तो anemic हो जाते हैं. And WBC fight with the foreign bodies entering our body. Okay, but what is the job of platelets? Platelets क्या काम करते हैं? They help in clotting of the blood. If blood will not clot, in that case, we cannot survive. Blood will flow very speedily through our blood veins and arteries, and that can cause heart problem. So platelets are also very important. If they are not present, blood will not flow. Even a small cut will help in pushing away all the blood out of your body, isn't it? Blood needs to be clot. After a certain time, the clotting level should be good. That is tested in pathologists. Okay. So this blood moving around the alveoli absorb your oxygen. They contain this iron containing hemoglobin protein, and oxygen is taken into the blood, and carbon dioxide and water vapor, excess one, are removed from the blood, and we give out of our body while exhalation. Inhale, exhale. Exhale karte means we are throwing out carbon dioxide and excess of moisture or water droplets. Okay. Then finally, this is the diaphragm. Diaphragm is actually dividing the chest portion from the abdomen portion. Below diaphragm is the abdomen, and in the abdomen we have digestive system. Food pipe is going to continue into the abdomen, where digestive system starts from the stomach, liver, all these parts. So diaphragm is also important. That separates the chest portion and the abdomen portion. A muscular part is present at the base of thoracic cavity, where the lungs end. There is this muscle-like part that we call as diaphragm. This portion is called diaphragm, and it is present between the thoracic cavity, that is the chest portion, and the abdominal cavity that is below it. Then simultaneously rising up of ribs and lowering of diaphragm causes the decrease in pressure on the lungs. You see, when you breathe, the chest expands and relaxes. When you fill in the air, it expands. That time, the diaphragm is moving in this semicircular state, pulled up. And when you release, diaphragm becomes normal. So that helps in contracting and relaxing of lungs also. And due to this, air moves into the lungs. This helps in, like a suction pump, air is moving into the lungs. When ribs return to its original position, the diaphragm rises up again and pressure on the lungs will increase. And due to this, air moves out from it through the nose. Excess of air from the lungs moving out. and continuously upward and downward movement of diaphragm is necessary to bring about breathing. So diaphragm is also a very important part to bring about breathing. Okay. So then only the lungs will contract, relax, absorb air, release, isn't it? So diaphragm is also an important part of your respiratory system. Here you see that's the end of your respiratory system today. Have to draw it, have to read about it, and try to understand the working of the complete respiratory system. Okay. So see you in the next class with another organ system. Bye all of you.